Hello guys, these guys turned up in the post today. The new Jannissary sculpt and Husam Spec-Ops, because what the hey, I was spending money on Infinity, might as well get something else. Might as well review him as well. But the main attraction for me is this fellow here, the Janissary HMG, the new sculpt. Old Husam HMG sculpt was one of the worst weapon designs in Infinity for me. And this guy has a backpack chain fed HMG, which is always a plus. I like one of my favourite types of weapon design. And here you can see the main big chunk, body, legs, no arms, no head. Something I did notice is this guy certainly seems very sizable compared to some of the other Infinity sculpts. There's been a complaint about scale creep for quite a while now. Well, not for quite a while, a couple of weeks maybe, that I've noticed. And I know he's a heavy infantry, but he's a rather sizable fellow. As you can see here, him just standing on the base is without a head is already about a head taller than a standard Gulam, which that's one of the more recent Gulam sculpts. So that's a considerable difference in size, but he's massive, he's huge, he deserves to stand out and look cool, which he does because he's awesome. Rules wise, kind of generic heavy infantry, but what the hey. Alright, so enough of the main sculpt. The funky weapon. New HMG designed for Husam, which looks very kind of functional, as it should do. Husam, not particularly high tech, but lots of flash on this. I cleaned a bit of flash off of the main body section, but that was mostly just a little paw stub down here, and a little bit of flash up on the shoulder here. Nothing major, no seam lines on this, but on the HMG itself, quite sizable things here and here. Another bit of flash on the shoulder. And then there's this small sprue which contains, when the camera focuses, the right arm. The sculpt, the actual pose is a bit, I don't like Infinity's kind of leaning back, one arm out. Emphasises the strength of the sculpt, whatever it is, I imagine, but just kind of looks a bit silly for me, but doesn't stop this from being a really cool mini. Head, arm, everything you need. I think this guy is barely going to, in fact, yeah, you can see that better on this card. He is barely standing on that base. He is a huge, massive gentleman. Alright, on to the Husam. Been out for a while, don't think, might as well give him a look over, because one of the main attractions for Spec-Ops in general in the Infinity line is the fact that they come with these spare weapon sprues here, which is all very nice and dandy, aside from the fact that annoyingly you have to convert up yourself entirely. There's no hands or anything. The arms provided are entirely for the this weapon. That's our only right arm provided. It's moulded completely onto the weapon. And this is the only left arm provided, and there's no hand. It would have been very easy for Corvus to design those so they just had empty hands, or hand sculpted onto all the weapons, so you could just chop and change them how you like. However, I can imagine this being a right faff to do, and I'm probably actually not going to swap around the weapon options, which isn't that much of a loss. WYSIWYG not being a big deal in Infinity, and just the standard rifle looking, it's an alright looking weapon. Doesn't detract from the cool looking sculpt. So yeah, cool stuff, all good stuff, and that's it from me. So goodbye.